I finally got my free Yukong, and I forgot that I never did her companion mission, so maybe I'll do that first before going to the 1.3 mission, because I'm actually intrigued by her story. Something about her not being able to fly anymore despite used to being a pilot because of an accident. See here, says that having been a pilot since young, she had become the commission's head with her outstanding combat achievement, yet she no longer flies due to a particularly brutal battle. Yeah, what happened to her? I don't know, maybe I'm expecting too much about getting the background story of this in her companion mission, because Kafka companion mission was too short to, you know, be really anything but but a dating simulation with Kafka. But anyway, yeah, I want to do her companion mission first, and then we'll continue to the 1.3 Trailblaze mission. I think this is the one, right? For I have touched the sky, I assume, because she was a pilot. For I have touched the sky. The Skyfaring Commission sent a message saying that there was a Starship crash in Stargazer Navelia and hopes you can help rescue the victim. Oh. Welt seems to be nearby. Hurry up and join him in searching for the victim. Right, I think that's her companion mission, because this material is for her. Okay. Let's get to it.
Good quality, good price.
Oh, hi Welt. Hello, Mr. Yang.
Looks like there's smoke rising in the distance. Miss Shikui sent us a side crane. See if you can get an aerial visual. This is an emergency. We need to find where the star skiff crashed as soon as possible.
Connect the side crane.
We found it. Looks like the pilot isn't inside. If they escaped before it came down, they should still be nearby. There. That must be who Miss Shikui asked us to save. We need to hurry. Those abominations have trapped her. Be careful.
Gotcha.
Hey, get out of here! It's too dangerous! Go get someone from the Skyfaring Commission. Tell them Qing Ni is in trouble.
We're here to help you. See you later then.
No, it's too late to call for backup. Don't worry, Miss Qing Ni. The Skyfaring Commission sent us to help.
Fine.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Song's for you. Keep up! Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it, or rock with it!
You won't get away.
There are too many monsters. Let's hold out for a little longer. The Cloud Knights should be here soon.
Just
Yukong
run.
entrance.
These monsters can't get up here anytime soon.
No can do, Miss Qing Ni. We're not abandoning you.
Mr. Yang, let's get out of here.
Hold out a little longer. I know you can do it.
You two have held out long enough. Help is at hand.
Yukong!
Cloud Knights, formation! Prepare to engage! Hold on,
It's
Qing Ni.
here.
We're coming to get you! Pretty good.
Where is she? Where is she not in the team? Why is it not a Yukong trial?
Time for an overhaul. Perhaps you still... Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Okay, relax,
Songs for you.
relax, relax,
Keep up.
relax. Exactly, relax.
I'm on guard.
I think I'm gonna die.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Cut in the net.
Turn it up.
I have something
Ready
for
to
you.
lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
You won't get away.
I didn't know the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission dealt with situations like this in person.
Indeed. I should be reviewing files in the Palace of Astrum. However, Qing-Ni decided to put herself in danger and trouble our esteemed guests with her safety.
Oh, it's her daughter.
Couldn't sit idly by.
So that's why.
Qing-Ni, have you thanked your benefactors yet?
Thank you, benefactors.
No need, Miss Qingni. It was nothing.
How is it the mother is so very... What even the word to describe her? She's very... I don't even know what's the word to describe her. But for a starter, she's like green, her coloring. But why is the daughter is like brown? Dark hair. Dark fur? Well, it was all thanks to Madame Yukong's timely appearance.
You flatter me. This is a Skyfaring Commission affair, yet the two of you had to put yourselves in harm's way. I am ashamed. It was because of both of you that Qing-Ni escaped unscathed. Words cannot express my gratitude.
Love her
In
voice.
fact, by way of thanks, I'd like to invite you to the Palace of Astrum for tea. It is about time we knew each other better.
The feeling is mutual, Lady Yukong. We would be honored.
Then, for now, I will excuse myself. Qing-Ni's irresponsible actions caused much trouble for the two of you. Allow me to apologize once again on her behalf.
Ugh, you always do this, Mother. Scold me before figuring out what actually happened. It was a dire situation. I was the only one who could...
You promised me, Qing-Ni. We shall discuss this when we return. Please excuse us, benefactors. I look forward to our meeting.
I didn't know Yukong had that side to her.
You mean a scary mom side?
You have a unique way of putting things. But you're not wrong. Appearances seemingly tell us little about the lives of the Xianzhou's leaders, no matter how long those lives may have been. Yukong's inner worries and concerns came to the surface in the presence of her daughter. Only then was it clear that she, too, is somebody's mother.
I feel like you relate to this a lot, Mr. Yan.
Yes. After all, I know what it's like to worry over a kid's homework and whether their lunch is healthy enough. But there's something I don't understand. Yes, Qing-Ni piloted a star skiff without permission and put herself in danger, but she meant well. Nevertheless, Yukong's reaction suggests that there was something more.
Right.
Anyway, let's head over to the Palace of Astrum. Best not to keep Yukong waiting.
Well, I guess we're really gonna get some background to the accident or the battle that happened and causing her to not be able to fly anymore, I guess? To the palace. Here we go.
Let's avoid sudden exclamations like that once we're in the palace. Remember, this
Okay.
is no field trip. We're having tea with the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission. We'll need to act with diplomatic decorum.
Jeez, okay, Dad.
Let's head out before it gets late.
won't you listen to me?
Because it's my life!
Oh, that's all the tea I'm gonna hear.
You know I have the talent to make it. I can become the Lafu's best pilot, just like you were.
Talent? You'd be dead if it weren't for those two travelers. Do you think stealing a star skiff and taking to the skies is a show of talent? What about being trapped by abominations? Did you at any moment think about what I would feel if something happened to you? Do you know how many people dream of a relaxing desk job at the Skyfaring Commission? You promised me to work responsibly in your post. Not only have you broken the Skyfaring Commission's regulations, you've broken your promise to me.
I already told you. I had no choice. I want to help you and the Skyfaring Commission, not sit at my desk dealing with never-ending papers. That job doesn't suit me. I got the highest grade in the fighter pilot test. They all said I was a genius, like you. Like mother, like daughter. They were all jealous of me. But no one even knew I had to take the test behind your back. You would never have allowed me to go if I told you about it.
Behind my back? Do you really think you could have walked into the test and sat in the cockpit if I hadn't given my permission behind the scenes? As for genius, don't mention that word to me again. Why do you insist on becoming a pilot? I don't understand.
And I don't understand why you don't understand. Why can anyone in the world become a fighter pilot except the Helmmaster's daughter? Don't you realize how ridiculous that is? You may not want to fly anymore, but don't trap me down here with you.
Qingni, where are you going? I'm sorry you had to witness this.
Don't be sorry to
Apologies,
us.
Madam Yukong. We should have given you some time.
I told you it would be early.
You're right. An oversight on my part.
On the contrary, I apologize for allowing my own personal matters to encroach on your time.
We don't intend to pry into private business, Helmmaster Yukong. But if there's anything we can help with, please don't hesitate to ask.
Family issues, I'm afraid. You probably heard a thing or two just now. Despite my earnest wish that she continue in her post, Qingni is fixated on becoming a fighter pilot. I may seem overbearing, but the situation she gets herself into sent a shiver up my tail. It's funny, isn't it? I've seen every disaster imaginable, from the abundance axis to a living planet. I thought I'd forgotten what fear was. But when I fought alongside you, I realized there are still things that can terrify me. I'm sorry. Talking about such vexing matters is unbecoming in front of guests. I invited you here to gain a better understanding of the Express, not bore you with these trivialities. Oh, I prepared refreshments for you. Please, you must try this excellent whale tide spring.
Oh gosh. I was not coughing the whole day, but the moment
Please accept these gifts.
I start live
Thanks for
streaming,
saving my
I won't
honor.
stop coughing.
I'd heard that the Nameless had traversed the Starry Sea, but I wasn't prepared for how much I could learn from you.
Well, I'd heard from members of the Skyfaring Commission that you were a top-tier pilot, Madam Yukong, and an ace among the Cloud Knights. Now that I've seen you in action, I know the rumors were true. I hope to witness your flying ability for myself one day.
Oh, she's not flying anymore.
The Commission must be busy. I look forward to our next meeting, Madam Yukong.
On my flying ability, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, Mr. Yang. The sky no longer suits me.
Why is that? Why is that? What happened?
Looks like you still wish to talk. Seems our every meeting is accompanied by an incident of some sort. I hope I can meet the Astral Express crew under better circumstances next time.
That's it?
You two, please, wait!
Yeah.
Thank you for saving me, benefactors. And I'm sorry you had to witness all that.
Well, I mean, why we're telling her how she should or should not talk to her mother? I understand it's parent-child relationship. Your mother needs
So
therapy,
you've
but
experienced
instead
it
she's,
yourself, benefactor? That's
telling you what to
great.
do and not to do.
I mean, I'm happy I finally found someone who can understand me. But I've had the hairpin ceremony. I'm an adult now. I have the right to pursue my dreams. Mom still insists on sheltering me under her wing, as if I can't even stay alive without her.
Oh, can relate to that.
Overprotective
Overprotective mother.
Family matters. I'm not sure it's my place to comment. However, in my personal experience, becoming a parent often means we become obstinate. To erode a rock, one must be patient and persistent, like water. What I mean to say is, instead of trying to prove yourself suddenly, perhaps you could demonstrate your ability to look after yourself methodically, over time. Don't you think, Miss Chingy?
When it comes to family stuff, I leave it to Mr. Yang.
My mom is actually a reasonable person, but she gets unreasonable as soon as I mention flying. She hid my Starskiff toys, dragged me away from the port when I stayed behind to count ships, forced me to study for ages. I did everything I could to work my way into the Skyfaring Commission. But she used her authority to assign me a desk job. Every time I walk along Starwatcher Avenue and look up at those ships flying freely across the sky, I feel empty inside. Speaking of empty inside, so how were Mom's refreshments? Good?
That's so weird.
I've been so angry today I forgot to eat anything. How about this? My mom thanked you guys with refreshments, so I should do the same. Let me take you around Starskiff Haven. We can try the most authentic snack on the LaFu.
Sure. Here? Unique food, and you're bringing us to a vending machine.
We're here! The thing about the most authentic snack on the Cienjo LaFu is it's a drink, and it's inside this vending machine.
Wow, the full 5-star treatment, I guess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't have the money for anything fancy. Here, Mung Bean Soda. 1 can each.
Right.
This thing has a bit of a unique flavor, but I love it.
Let me try. A nostalgic experience.
Oh, is there a drink like this where you're from?
No, this reminds me of when I first boarded the Express and forced myself to drink Himiko's coffee, and how my taste buds never fully recovered.
How is it?
He doesn't like it. Are you sure you're not angry at us for rescuing you?
That bad. Sorry. But I guess not everyone can accept what I like. Just like flying. Well, don't force yourself. Let's go somewhere else. Ooh, I know a really great place in Starskiff Haven to Starskiff watch.
I feel like this is already longer than Kafka Companion Mission.
You know, there are a lot of mung bean soda moments in life. If you don't try, you won't know. Unique experiences are often a product of risky choices.
Tell that to my mom. Her #1 life lesson is, you can't turn back once you enter the sky. Pilots are always dancing with death. I know she's right. I know being a fighter pilot is an exhausting and dangerous job. But I still want to fly among the stars. To fight for the Xianzhou Alliance across the vast galaxy.
Why are you so dedicated to that idea, Miss Qingni?
Have you heard of the Foxian birth fate tradition? Soon after a child is born, we surround them with items that represent future destinies. If the child reaches for a jade abacus, then they'll grow up to be a diviner. If they reach for a sword, then they'll grow up to be a famous warrior. And if they reach for a toy starskiff,
they'll become a Starskiff pilot.
that's right. Mom reached for the starskiff and showed a natural talent for flying. General Jing Yuan recruited her to the Cloud Knights as soon as she was old enough. That's how she became a fighter pilot. Later, she achieved miracles. One time, she destroyed 3 beast ships in a hail of Barisan anti-aircraft fire, like an arrow tearing through a thunderstorm. She also holds the Skyfaring Commission records for speed and enemy vessels destroyed. I'm proud to be Madame Yukong's daughter. I've wanted to become a legend like her for as long as I can remember.
I can imagine. A parent is often a child's first hero, and their image can influence their whole life.
She never told me any of those stories herself. And she hasn't piloted a starskiff since the 3rd Denizens of Abundance War. She doesn't even bring up her military achievements. I used to watch her fly when I was young. Then one time, I stole a starskiff and I tried all kinds of difficult maneuvers. Turns out I was as talented as she was. Not only did I survive the flight, my landing was perfect. I remember feeling so happy when they took me to see my mom. There I was boasting about the flight, expecting her to laugh, pat my head, say, "That's my girl," or something. But boy, I've never seen her so scary. I admit, I deserve to be punished. You can't let a kid get away with stealing a starskiff. But my mom was angry about more than that. She was angry because I viewed her as a role model. Because I had the same talent as her. I don't understand it.
Parents never want their children to be in danger. I think I can understand, Madame Yukong.
But flying is the only thing I want to do. I've already touched the sky.
Jeez, what is that? Is your
It's
phone
Mom's
vibration?
secretary, Miss Sequay. She just sent me a message. Mom lost one of her trinkets in Stargazer Navalia when she came to save me. Miss Sequay suggested I find the trinket and return it to Mom. Said it might help me get back in her good books.
In Stargazer Navalia? Let's go with you and have a look.
Is it really okay to bother you two again?
Sure. Our way of saying thanks for the mung bean soda.
Sorry. Please don't mention the mung bean soda again.
Chingni's memory. Chingni remembered how affectionate her mother was, but she also remembered how stubborn and unreasonable her mother was when it comes to becoming a pilot. Ah, parents, man. Parents.
The fight with the abominations was pretty chaotic. I think Mom's trinket would have dropped around here.
Do you know what it looks like?
Let me think. It should be a little square thing. She's usually got something like that on her.
This is your area of expertise.
Who do you think am I? Dating?
Your powers of perception are impressive, that's all. I think you're the right person for the job.
It's really like I'm traveling with a dad. Wait. Oh.
A bird cage. Huh. That reminds me. Have you guys heard of the birds that live in the Everhunt Plains? They have beautiful feathers, but you can't domesticate them. They don't live long if you lock them in a cage. Makes sense. How could a bird that's no... Come on, are you kidding? It's a trinket, remember?
Yeah, I don't know what it would
You think
look like.
my mom would carry this with her?
It's a beautiful vase, though. What an intricate pattern. Isn't that the divine beast fortune pattern?
You're so smart, Mr. Yang.
Well, I only recently found out about it. A Devastator glaive? Is this from the battle? There were a lot of Cloud Knights.
No. This is
There is
only a
this one.
replica. Probably some kind of...
Well, this is too big for a trinket.
What do you expect me to find? Trinket, huh? Maybe it's this one.
Mom always carries this trinket around with her, but I never realized there was something inside. Is this... the hunt crest?
I don't get it.
This is what pilots hang in their Starskiff cockpits for good luck.
It must be very close to Helmmaster Yukong's heart. Let's head back, Miss Qingni. I think you should return this trinket in person. This is an opportunity for the two of you to talk.
Not yet. I want to go back later. There's something I hope you two can help me with first.
If you want us to help you persuade your mother, I'm afraid that could be difficult. It's not easy to solve a family dispute as an outsider.
Yep.
No, you misunderstand. I just want to know what she's thinking. What turned an ace pilot, someone who loved to fly, into someone like her?
Maybe we should talk
My
to her
mom
and find out.
Clearly misses her flying days. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep this on her person. But she doesn't fly anymore and refuses to let me become a fighter pilot. Why?
Maybe we can ask some people who might know the truth.
Like Jingyuan?
Well, the General's been busy at the seat of Divine Foresight recently. We might not get to see him right away. Still, it's worth a try. He was the one who promoted Helmmaster Yukong. He probably knows more about her past than anyone.
Watch her finding Yanqing
General
again
Jingyuan?
instead Jingyuan.
Are you sure it's okay to go straight to him?
No problem. If we can get to the bottom of why Helmmaster Yukong no longer flies, we might be able to find out why she doesn't want you to be a fighter pilot. We can't help you too directly, but an indirect conversation like this might give us a clue on how to convince your mother.
Well, let's do
Yes,
it.
Leave it.
In that case, thank you so much, benefactors. I'll head back to Starskiff Haven. I'm not ready to return to the Skyfaring Commission yet.
Sure. Divine Arrow Embers. Oh, sheesh. What? At the end of the third Denizens of Abundance War, Rainbow Arbiter's sky-shattering Lux arrow wiped out everything along the way. The Shanzhou people used the burning embers of the arrow to create many divine objects, and this is one of them. Yukong carries it with her. At least she forgets. We were so happy then. I wish we could stay in those moments forever. Oh my god, I thought the game crashed.
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon.
Huh? Wait.
She's temporarily
Wait.
taking the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit.
Oh, I
This is her first
accidentally
real
started
task
it.
as a general. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
This is not... These... No. Wait. Wait. Well, I guess it's the mission now. Why did I accidentally trigger it? Sneaky,
I don't think I
sneaky.
can ever get used to this.
Sheesh.
It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins."
But you're enjoying yourself, right?
Generalship is no trifling matter. How could I be enjoying myself? All I can do is get used to it.
I think she's enjoying herself.
Obviously.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Oh, this is so funny.
Of course not. On the contrary, I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised. They're finally here! Yippee!
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Jingyuan. I have questions about
Mr.
Yukong.
Yang. And you? What brings you to the seat of divine foresight this time?
It's nothing urgent. We were hoping to understand Helm Master Yukong a little better.
Yukong? I heard an office worker from the Skyfaring Commission flew a star skiff to assist in the present crisis, but ran into trouble herself. She was only saved thanks to a couple of travelers. On behalf of the Luofu, you have my thanks once again.
Isn't it funny though? Like, There's one of your employees who has trouble with their daughter, and we want to help them solve that issue. So we're gonna disrupt you during this work hour and ask her about, something about her private life to you, if you don't mind. Thanks.
The seat of divine foresight heard that Yukong seldom seen but often feared temper was on display. I believe the two of you were caught between mother and daughter?
Yeah, pretty much.
We heard that Helmmaster Yukong was an outstanding pilot, but that she refuses to let her daughter embark on the same career.
Yukong herself is best placed to answer such questions. But naturally, you are here because you fear that Helmmaster Yukong would decline to answer.
Yep.
If you wish to dispel Miss Qingni's curiosity, perhaps we can take a small step back from the topic at hand. What do you wish to know about Yukong the pilot?
Yeah, I'm actually curious about the trinket.
This is a divine object from the Rainbow Arbiter? Where did you find this?
Inside a trinket belonging to Yukong.
This object has been stored inside Helmmaster Yukong's personal trinket all along. Miss Qingni lent it to us. She thought it might be a way to find out more about Yukong's past and why she no longer flies.
This object is no ordinary trinket. It has borne witness to blood and tears. I'm sure you're both familiar with the Xianzhou's long galactic hunt. But have you heard of the denizens of Abundance Wars? As the Xianzhou has continued to cleanse the universe of immortal abominations, so too has the Abundance Axis succeeded in breaching our defensive lines. They pushed the Xianzhou to the brink of disaster. 30 years ago, the Xianzhou Yaoqing and Fenghu were besieged by our enemies. Even in the long history of warfare between the Xianzhou Alliance and the denizens of Abundance, that air battle was one of the most tragic. We were greatly outnumbered by the abominations of Abundance. Almost 1 million fighter pilots fought in the bitter battle. Those who survived numbered no more than 100,000. Had the Rainbow Arbiter not descended and destroyed the enemy's assault with their sky-shattering Lux Arrow, who's to say whether the Luofu would still be here today? Such divine objects were forged from the embers that the Arbiter's divine arrow left behind. For the survivors, these relics contain the blood of their comrades, the ashes of their enemies, and the dust of their memories. Yukong is a survivor of that war. Her best friend, Cai, perished on the battlefield.
Of course.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you, General.
I do not wish to speculate on the reason behind Helmmaster Yukong's reluctance to fly, nor do I want to open up old wounds. However, it is difficult to discard one's past. Yukong and Cai trusted each other with their lives. The Helmmaster will have strong memories of that time. Perhaps it is not my place to say, but I believe Qingni has the right to know about the past, as the past is starting to affect her future.
Thank you, General.
Thank you, General. We apologize for taking up your time with such triviality.
Mr. Yang, you jest. How can harmony between parent and child constitute a triviality? If you ask me, the mountains of documents and the seat of divine foresight are the only triviality around here.
We'll take our leave. Let's go. We should head to Starskiff Haven and find Jingni.
Jing Yuan still clearly remembers those two young pilots. They were optimistic, brave, and talented, but he also remembers how it all ended. Of course, it involves a dead best friend.
Oh, something else on your mind?
I have a few other questions. Jingni's memory.
Did Jingni tell you any of this?
She did.
It all serves to remind me. A long time ago, a young Foxian girl, charged by the Knights with a high-speed flight violation, was brought before me as punishment. Now, she's the Madam Helmmaster, my equal.
Oh, I
If I
see.
return back the sands of time and try to convince my past self that the little girl in front of me would one day become a wise and experienced Helmmaster, I would have probably never have believed it. The Yukong of the past was nothing like she is now, spending her days surrounded by documents at her desk. She was a flaming wind. The only one who could ever calm her was her comrade.
Comrade.
Yes. Large fighter starskiffs need to be operated in pairs. One pilot takes the helm, the other controls the turrets.
Oh, shish.
The legend of the ace fighter pilot is incomplete without the ace gunner. Yukong's partner was Sai,
Of course.
both at the controls and behind the turret. Sai was like a cold blade, efficient, decisive, unfeeling when she had to be. It's hard to imagine such contrasting personalities working in perfect harmony. As I mentioned, the campaign inflicted heavy losses on the Cienjo Air Force.
Right. Ah. Ah, dang it. Not only were they like, yeah, of course they were partners in battles as well. It's not like just like they're like in one same group of army or pilots, whatever. Sheesh. What is it with Hoyoverse and devastating stories of two people, one of them dead, and the other suffering for the rest of their life? I don't get it. But I guess sign me up. Don't we all love more heartbreaking stories like that? Because I do. Did you learn anything from General Jing Yuan? She said mom's busy, but so I'm headed back to the Skyfaring Commission. Do you know Asai? I heard she was your mother's best friend. I actually guess there would be some connection. It's hard to explain over text. Let's meet up. See you in a bit.
Oh, you're here. My mom isn't in a great mood. She went for a walk.
She skipped work?
My mom isn't the irresponsible type. She only skips work if she's managed to delegate everything.
You two are very similar.
Well, we do both like to take a walk after a fight. The only difference is that I come to this side of Starskiff Haven and she heads to the other. That way, we don't bump into each other.
That's funny. That's a bit silly.
You can say that again.
That's a bit silly.
Did you find anything out from General Jing Yuan?
Yeah.
Did Helmmaster Yukong never bring this up with you?
I was always curious about her past, but she either dodged my questions or pretended not to hear them. In the end, I realized she probably experienced something that left a scar that never fully healed. I never asked her again.
She was afraid of you ending up like her friend.
Indeed. That's probably why Yukong was never willing to fly again after the battle, and why she forbids you from flying.
So she doesn't want me to fly because she remembers the pain of losing her friend. And she thinks that my talent makes it more likely that she'll lose me in the same way?
I can't guarantee that's what she's thinking, Miss Qingni. You should talk with her yourself.
Makes sense though. If you're good enough, then you'll be recruited and go to war, and then, you know.
But I still have something else to check first. I remember watching her handle a document with great care before she filed it away. It looked like a diary.
Do you still remember where it was filed, Miss Qing?
We're checking her diary now?
There are
Isn't that a
sold
breach
files
of
stored in the
privacy?
Skyfaring Commission? Could I ask you benefactors to look for it with me?
A couple of Outworlders going through Skyfaring Commission files isn't a good look. I'm afraid we can only accompany you, Miss Qingni. You'll need to do the searching yourself.
Of course. We can use this one. Okay. Let me see. Helmmaster's personal archive. Oh, got it! Let's go take a look.
I don't think it's the right. I don't think we should be looking through her personal documents. That doesn't feel right. Watch Yukong coming right the moment we start opening her personal
Let's
diary.
see. Yes! This is Mom's diary!
This feels so
Miss
wrong.
Qingni, I don't think the two of us should be reading your mother's diary.
Even you should not be doing it,
Should be
Qingni.
fine. This is from decades ago. For you travelers, that's more than half a lifespan.
No, I still think I shouldn't read it. You stay here with Miss Qingni. I'll be waiting over there.
Well, what a gentleman.
Fine. Is it really that big of a deal?
It is.
I'm sure they're just her notes on life as a pilot.
You cannot do that. I shouldn't look either.
Come on, please look at it with me. I need someone to give me some advice. Let's read it together. Maybe her diary holds the key to all of this.
This is what happens when parents don't talk to their children, you know? This is what happens. This right here. Oh gosh. Here comes the angst. Yukong's exchange diary. Sai Yi, we are going to be partners. We've known each other for so long, but when we first know each other racing starkers illegally in the city, we were rivals. Now that we've asked to work together and have each other's back, I'm really not used to it. Naturally, I'm not used to having to look after someone who lost against me, but an order's an order's. I jest. I really look forward to flying with you. I don't know when we would receive a combat mission. I don't know what you think about our situation, but I think we both have considerable skills, and having to sit still and not fight enemies in the front lines is stifling. Those denizens of abundance often raid the border, and occasionally there are reports of them harming innocent planets. Every time I hear this news, I feel an overwhelming sense of danger, but now things are different. After a while, we'll be able to show them what we're made of on our fighter jests. Honestly though, I'm pretty satisfied with my life right now. After all, just between you and me, what I really wanted was never the righteous cause of riding demonic activities. What attracts me is just the act of flying itself. Look, flying out in the universe outside of the Delves is entirely different from racing star skiff that we are so used to. There's nothing more to anchor us in space. There's nothing to anchor us in space. There's not even a distinction between up and down. Our fighter jets our fighter jets would be hung in space by their lonesome selves like ships sailing in the middle of the ocean. By then, there is no one else you can rely on but your own skills and your jet. Some may call this feeling lonely, but I prefer to call it freedom. To me, to fly in space is already good enough, and if I can share this sweet freedom with you, then that's even better. Ah, oh no, I'm gonna be sad. This is gonna make me cry. Sai, I don't know what to say to console you. You're always like this. No matter what terrible things happen to you, you would act strong, as if you don't need anyone to care for you. And you have terrible timing for jokes. But we have been together for over 100 years, and I think we understand each other very well. You once said that if something is unpleasant for me, it would also be uncomfortable for you. I actually feel the same way too. Right now, my heart feels like it's being got out with a blunt, rusted knife. I can't imagine the amount of hurt and pain you're going through. It's funny, I've never shown Guang Yuan my good side. Every time you leave me alone to go on a mission with him, I feel uncomfortable. Huh? Huh? What? Wait. It's funny, I've never shown Guang Yuan my good side. Every time you leave me alone to go on a mission with him, I feel uncomfortable, especially when I see you two flirting and getting along as if you're inseparable. I cannot help but want to glare at him with disdain. But Guang Yuan is a good person. No matter how rude I was to him, he was always kind to me. Thinking back on it now, I realize I'm really just bad at appreciating people. Okay, tell me more about this. He's really amazing. He managed to hold off several dozen enemy ships with only 2 people. This isn't something that can be done with just courage and resolve. It also requires exceptional skills and extraordinary talent. I can imagine what it was like in his final moments, how his annoyingly handsome face must have shown such determination and focus. I guess that's why you fell in love with him in the first place. Yikes. Excuse me, what? I guess that's why you fell in love with him in the first place. I can imagine how proud he must have felt in that moment. He must have had no fear of or hopelessness, only pride. So, you shouldn't be sad. You should be proud of him. We all should. Sai, I've been having a lot of negative emotions recently that I cannot express to other fighters on the front line. Since you're recuperating in the rear, I'll just dump them on you. Although it seems I'm a bit slow to say such words now, it was only recently that I realized that I am actually in the midst of such cruel war. Space combat is different from ground combat. Although both involve life and death in an instant, it is rare to see severed limbs and broken bodies in space, which led me to misjudge the brutality of this war. It wasn't until recently, as the situation of the front line worsened, that the bloody reality gently but indisputably presented itself before me. Someone might sit beside you for a meal today and be missing in action tomorrow. A new soldier earning praise and honor today might disappear the next. The captain I fought with today might not be found tomorrow. The ground troops that exchanged encouragement with me today might be eliminated the next. At this point, I'm wary of building personal connection with anyone here. Perhaps that person would perish, or I might perish, or we might both perish in the day to come. I thought I have experience enough to feel numb, but bad news keep coming in waves every single day. However, I don't regret this at all. Whenever the pain comes, the feeling that becoming a fighter pilot is the best choice I have made in life will follow. If I weren't a fighter pilot, I can only endure this pain in silence, but I am one. I can fly, I can fight, and I can attempt to destroy the source of my pain. Since I am a fighter pilot, I still have things that I can do, realities that I can change. P.S. Don't use the names Guang Yuan came up with. They're terrible. Choosing a name is a big decision the child has to bear with for a life. Wait, what? P.S. Don't use the names Guang Yuan came up with. They're terrible. Choosing a name is a big decision the child has to bear for... Why am I terrible at this? P.S. Don't use the names Guang Yuan came up with. They're terrible. Choosing a name is a big decision the child has to bear with for a lifetime. Use my suggestion instead. It's something I picked after diligently going. Use my suggestions instead. It's something I picked after diligently going through several collections worth of poetry. Wait. Wait. No way. Qingyi is not her daughter. Is she? Qingyi is actually Chai's daughter. Don't tell me that's the case. That's gonna break my heart. Oh shit. Qingyi is not her daughter. And Qingyi gonna find out this way? That's why we don't read people's diary, girl. Chai, I have a lot to tell you. So many things. After your death, they wanted to honor me with a medal. Truthfully, I find that laughable. Based on common logic, no one would award survivors medal to praise their fortuitous survival, but no, not the Skyfaring Commission. They gave me a medal, called me a hero pilot, and the only reason for it is because of my luck to remain alive in that calamitous battle. Wait. If you had been as lucky as me, we could have gotten the medals together. After the medal ceremony, we could have gone to our room alley, have a few drinks, and laugh at the absurdity of it all. It's a shame. Luck is not on your side. We don't have that chance anymore. I suddenly feel nostalgic. I remembered all the time we had steering our star skiff across the Lofu sky. We were so carefree. There were no threats to our lives, and we didn't have to bear the calling of the hunt. The entirety of the sky within the delve was ours, yours and mine. Above us was the delve's flashing doom ceiling, and below us were the bustling lights of 10,000 homes, and behind us the rum-keeping commission officers who just won't stop chasing us. There was a time of inconscience. How I wish we could stay in that time forever.
What is the meaning of this? The Helm Master's daughter bringing Outworlders in to sneak around?
Yeah.
What do you have in your hands? Let me see. Madame Yukong's diary? How dare you read Madame Yukong's personal diary? And with her daughter, too. By the Arbiter, you two are in for...
Mr. Yangmin, please, calm down. Let us explain.
I see. Qingni, I know Madame Yukong's position on you becoming a pilot is tough for you to accept, but she has her own concerns.
I understand, Mr. Yangmin. But now, compared to becoming a fighter pilot, I'm more interested in knowing what my mom went through. I want to know what happened, how she went from ace pilot to Helm Master.
I've been here for a long time, Qingni. If there's something you wish to know, just ask. But don't go rummaging around. That's a bad habit.
Exactly. Tell her. Let's ask him about this then.
No, this isn't something I should read. Show it to me.
Okay then. Let's talk about something else.
Yes. Just ask some other questions. Ones I can answer.
Such as... Jingyuan's memory.
Miss Tsai? I remember her. She was an ace gunner. Many people wanted to be her flight partner. Her husband, Mr. Guang Yuan, was a pilot. They manned the same skiff and were the envy of many. But when it came to pilots, your mother was the best match for her. They flew together all the time. Even Mr. Guanyan couldn't match their numbers. Well, after he passed away in battle, Tsai rarely teamed up with anyone except your mother. It was tragic when Tsai died soon after. That's the life of a pilot. No one knows which flight will be their last. Tsai's death was a big blow to Madame Yukong. After the battle, she refused to turn in Tsai's possessions as per regulations. She kept them locked away, occasionally taking them out to admire.
Wow. Are we sure that they were simply best friends? Because I'm getting something else. And thinking that it's more heartbreaking. Yukong, you went through a lot, huh?
Nonsense. As a Xianzhou native, I've lived long enough to remember more than the Foxian pilots could ever hope to. In the end, all the ace pilots perished. The only thing I can do is to remember them and ensure they are not forgotten too soon.
Where are Miss Tsai's possessions stored? Thanks for telling us all this, Mr. Yang Ming.
You're welcome. I know this is important to you. I suppose you're going to go through Madame Yukong's office desk next.
Good. You caught us.
Your position, Qingni. I'll take my leave and pretend I didn't see anything. After all, it's an unwritten rule that subordinates should be absent when their superior's privacy is exposed. Please don't tell your mother that you saw me today.
Got it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yanming.
Madame Yukong will be back soon.
Gosh. Oh, I don't feel good about this.
My mom keeps lots of stuff in her desk. Let's have a look.
This desk has space to put stuff?
That's the selling point of this desk. Super simplistic design with super spacious hidden compartments. Lots of office staff use this desk. There are hidden compartments on the left, right, and under the desktop. Which one should we check first?
Under the desktop.
Got it. This looks similar to Mom's diary, but it looks like it belonged to Miss Tsai.
Right. Oh my god, it's from Tsai's perspective now. Tsai's exchange diary. Yukong? I'm happy to have a chance to fight side by side with you. When the pair assignment was sent out, I was so nervous that I didn't dare to open and check it. Oh my god. There are people singing outside. I'm gonna let it pass by first. Okay. When the pair assignment was sent out, I was so nervous that I didn't dare to open and check it, fearing that we wouldn't be paired up. It's not like I can bear to be part with you, but I was worried to leave you with the others, with your fierce temperament. Oh, I love this dynamic. When you actually get to the battlefield, don't act recklessly like you do now, always charging in with hot-headedness. Before taking action, think more about the consequences, but it's okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore or you'll accuse me of nagging like an old crone again. In any case, we need to work together, using our individual strengths to create our own legends in the vast sky. I look forward to fighting in the vast sky with you, so much so that I'm finding it hard to fall asleep. Yukong, don't cry. There's no need to be sad. My husband was the one who died, but you're crying more than I am. After so many years of fighting, you're still so emotional. I'm envious. Being a fighter pilot has always been a harrowing decision since we chose this path. We have to be mentally prepared. What's important is not whether we can survive by luck, but whether we can live up to the value of a pilot's life. We're gonna mention about the baby. Wait. Guang Yuan and his partner managed to keep an entire Borisin fleet at bay. They were heroes. To me, that is enough. I've heard it said that the greatest happiness in life is being able to choose how you die. From this perspective, to fight for the Shanzhou Alliance, no, for the people of the entire cosmos, to die on the battlefield after a lifetime of military service, Guang Yuan is probably happy. Of course, you better not have this kind of happiness. Just live another 200 years, behave, and then die of old age for me. Why is Sai so wholesome? You better not have this kind of happiness. Just live another 200 years, behave, and then die of old age for me. Yukong, it's been a long time. I'm still on my maternity leave in the rear. Everything is fine. With a stalemate happening right now, you must be very busy, but when you have the chance, please take a moment to write an exchange diary entry for me so that I can know you are still alive. And also, I have a mountain of things I want to talk to you about. Firstly, an announcement. I have already decided on a name for our child. Guang Yuan has talked about this before. If it's a boy, name him Dragon. If it's a girl, name her Phoenix. But this man's literally senses as good as the monkeys in the Everhunt Plains. No matter how much we should prioritize the wishes of my late husband, I cannot let his wants ruin my child's life. I know it. I knew it. So after much pondering, I've decided to go with your suggestions and name her Qingni, the colors of dawn. I knew it. That's why the coloring is different. That's why Yukong is green and Qingni is like brown fur color because it's not her daughter. We've seen it in Belobok. We've seen how Bronya and what's her name? And Kokolia, they have different hair color, and we should not take that lightly. It cannot be like, oh yeah, maybe it's the father. No, it's because they're not related. That's why. I know it. Anyways, so after much pondering, I've decided to go with your suggestions and her name Qingni. The colors of dawn. The moonlit camp opens to a garden of archery. Frosty banner rush the color of dawn. How rare. You make the time and effort to look through poems and allegories. I thought you only cared about fighter jets. Don't miss me too much. After taking a few months of break and settling Qingni down, I will be back in action ASAP. Qingni is still so young and I need to leave her to fight a war. How should I say this? I'm such an irresponsible mother. I'm well aware the situation on the front line doesn't look so good. The Borisin keeps breaking our ranks. All the media outlets are trying to control the spread of panic and fear. But the Luofu is shrouded with a veil of uneasiness. However, I believe the Shanzhou Alliance will win. I believe the war, just like you and me, will repel those denizens of abundance to whence they come. I look forward to fighting beside you once more. Yukong, we will be heading towards the Crow battlefield tomorrow, so tonight, there are some things I must entrust to you. This may be somewhat ominous, but there is no help for it. Who made it so that we've never entrusted these things to each other? If you lived and I didn't, please take care of Qingni like you would your own daughter. I know you will. I will entrust you with all my savings. Please use that as living expenses for Qingni. No matter what kind of person Qingni wants to become. Oh shit. No matter what kind of person Qingni wants to become, please support her fully. Merchant, poet, street performers, anything except a jet fighter. Please allow me to make a vow with you. Do not let Qingni become a jet fighter. When we enlisted, you wrote in this diary, Our fighter jets would be hung in space by their lonesome selves like ships sailing in the middle of the ocean. Some may call this feeling lonely, but I prefer to call it freedom. I really love that segment because I thought the same. But that's enough. Loneliness or freedom, we've already tasted all. Promise me, don't let that child touch the sky. It's not that Yukong was traumatized. She was honoring her best friend's wish.
So, I was adopted? And this Miss Sai was my real mother?
Girl, not to be rude, but haven't you noticed that you have such different coloring than your mother, Yukong?
I suppose I've always had a feeling. But now I know the truth. I feel like I'm dreaming. Don't let that child touch the sky. Is this why Mom refuses to let me become a fighter pilot?
I kinda guessed this myself.
When I was little, I asked my mom where my dad was. She said I was grown from the Star Skiff assembly line at Stargazer Navalia. I thought she was just a bad liar. I even thought she meant I'd inherited her talent with star skiffs. I feel a lot closer to Mom after reading this diary. Even if we're not connected by blood. I understand her a lot more now. Can you come with me one more time? I want to have a proper chat with Mom.
But this is a family affair.
It's fine. I don't need you to do anything. I just want you and Mr. Yang to stand nearby. I'll feel more confident that way.
Okay then. Oh, how the table have tabbled.
You're all done? Did it go smoothly?
Oh, how do I say this? It's not.
I see. Let's find Helmmaster Yukong. We'll accompany you. We're here to help, but she and I really shouldn't interject when you're conversing with your mother.
It's okay. I understand. Just having you stand next to me is already a great help, benefactors. When Mom feels down, she usually goes to take in a view of the Jade Gate. She should still be there. Let's go find her.
So they also hold funerals.
Mom?
Qingni, why are Mr. Yang and they here too?
Miss Qingni kindly agreed to show us around Star Skiff Haven. She mentioned she was trying to mend things between you, but was feeling shy about it. We volunteered to come with her.
Thank you. I must apologize for the trouble my daughter has brought you.
Mom!
All right, it's getting late. Let's talk once we're home.
Actually, I want to talk to you about something right now. I want to become a fighter pilot, no matter what.
We've talked about this many times. No, means no.
But
Seems like Miss Qingni is a little hesitant. Try giving her a little push.
I thought Mr. Yang said we shouldn't interject. What should I say?
Exactly. We cannot say that we looked into her personal stuff. Can talk about. Let's start with the divine arrow embers.
This divine object is a testament to Yukong's devotion to the hunt. Qingni believes it's a sign that Yukong still misses the life of a fighter pilot. Still, it doesn't seem like something to bring up now.
No? Jingyuan's memory then.
Qingni's birth mother, Cai Yi, was Yukong's lifelong friend. When Cai Yi passed away in that devastating war, Yukong adopted her daughter. Perhaps this unbearable memory is the root of Yukong's concerns. Still, it doesn't seem like something
Come
to
on.
bring up now.
We cannot say that we rummaged through her personal belongings. Start with this one then.
Qingni remembers that Yukong has always avoided talking about her career as a fighter pilot, and that she wants to prevent Qingni from following the same path. Why? Doesn't seem like something to bring up now, though.
Wait, we cannot say that we look into her personal stuff. Fine then.
Is that Sai's diary? How did you... I understand now. I'm sorry, Qingni. I cannot support your dream because I made a promise to someone else. I don't expect to gain your forgiveness. I just hope you can understand my reason.
Mom, what are you talking about? I'm your daughter. Our bond is bigger than forgiveness and reason. I'll listen to anything you have to say.
Just like you, I once longed for the sky. I know what it feels like to fly through infinite space, to be surrounded by the vast expanse of nothingness, with unimaginable splendors looming in the distance, to float like a single leaf in the fathomless stellar sea. Some called it loneliness, but we called it freedom. Sai was like that too. We were friends since childhood. We flew star skiffs everywhere, causing trouble until the knights caught us and dragged us before General Jingyuan. We soon became the most elite fighter pilots of the Skyfaring Commission. It wasn't an easy life. You could even say it was a cruel one. You never knew if the friend next to you would make it back alive. Of course, the same could be said of yourself. But those are my best memories. We would strike out into the sky, repelling demons and upholding justice. The blood we shed bore witness to it all. The life of a Foxian is short and fleeting. Surely we should dedicate ourselves to such glorious aims. System space all clear today. Great weather for flying.
Of course, that's the friend. Of course, the friend. Of course, she would look like Qingni.
We're engaging the main Borisan fleet this time. Don't get too excited.
Huh? Sounds like maternity leave knocked the wind out of your sails. Feeling rusty?
Oh, shut it. I think you're just excited because you haven't flown with me for so long. Did you miss me?
Of course I missed you. The galaxy felt smaller without you in my cockpit. Say, Sai, really didn't think you'd come back. Do you really like flying star skiffs that much?
You bet. Sure, it's exhausting, dangerous, low paid. Plus, you only get back to the Luofu a few times a year. But given the choice, I'd always pick this. I guess I already touched the sky.
The mind is mysterious. I've lived for more than 200 years. Forgotten nearly every conversation I've ever had. But I still remember us shooting the breeze that day. It's crystal clear. It was the last time I spoke to Tsai.
Oh, shit.
Sai? Hold on, Sai. Sai, open your eyes. Sai?
Oh my god.
Thank you. Yukong. I've had a good life. But please, don't let Jingyi walk the same path. Don't let her become a fighter pilot.
Sai, she's your daughter. You'll be able to tell her yourself, do you hear? Rescue's almost here. Stay with me. Jingni is waiting for you. She lost Guangyan. She can't afford to lose you too. Wake up! Sai! 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 When I climbed out of the burning carcass of the star skiff, I looked up into a clear sky, pure and seemingly unadorned by the atmosphere that arced far above us. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen. But all I could feel was unbearable pain. I sunk to the ground and gazed up helplessly. In my dream, that was the day I died.
Mom, this is the first time I've heard you talk about this. But I'm not a little girl anymore. The road of a fighter pilot is a cruel one. I know that now. But I won't hide from it. I'm not afraid to walk the same road as her. If my sacrifice can bring happiness to the citizens of the Xianzhou, then I'm ready for it.
You are so very similar to Tsai. The more outstanding you became over the years, the more fearful I turned. I've known for a long time you were ready, but I was not. You know, the cruelty has never claimed victory. Me, Sai, your father Guangyan. We were prepared for the worst when we enlisted. But do you know how we won that war? The war that took away Tsai and the lives of hundreds of thousands of fighters.
The Rainbow Arbiter's divine arrow.
Yes. The mighty blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter annihilated all abominations in a single strike. We had to pay with the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers just to halt their advance. If crushing our enemies was as easy as breathing for the Rainbow Arbiter, then what purpose did our sacrifices serve?
Fair point.
Under the might of an eon, the sacrifices of ordinary creatures are but a joke. We are nothing. We mean nothing.
Mom.
But I never should have allowed my fears to compel me to make decisions for another person. Even if that person is my daughter, I brazenly interfered with your choices. I am sorry. That is my failure as a mother.
Mom, you don't need to apologize. Really, you don't need to.
I'll take you to fill in the paperwork tomorrow. You'll start as ground crew, just like Tsai and I did. I believe that one day, you'll make an outstanding fighter pilot.
Huh? Really? Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I was afraid of you following in my footsteps, and more afraid of you taking after Tsai. But if this is your choice, then I'm willing to support you, even if you live to regret it.
Mom, I have one last request.
Tell me.
I want to fly with you at least once.
Oh my god, look at her. So pretty.
I'm afraid I can't. I won't be flying anymore.
But why?
Because I already touched the sky.
She's had her fair share, is not for her anymore. Yukong has become visitor to the Express. You might come across Yukong when you return to the Express. Really? That's how it works? Ah. Oh. Oh. Can I talk to
They
them?
also hold funerals. Huh.
Yukong gazed quietly at the place that once filled her with so much passion, cost her everything. Let's not disturb them. Okay. Oh, sheesh, Yukong. That's the story, I guess. Oh. I see it now. I see. So we actually got a background story of her. Right. What is it? I have something need your help with, beautiful. What's the pay? Okay then. Where is that? Well, look at the time. It's been 1.5 hours. I didn't expect Yukong companion mission to take so long. Given how Kafka companion mission was like, what, 50 minutes to play, but it's been 1.5 hours, and now I just wanna like, what's the word? I wanna inhale all that information, all that sadness and heartbreak, you know? Like, maybe we're not gonna be doing the 1.3 mission today because, yeah, it's gonna take a while to do that. I think. And it's been 1.5 hours. I'm gonna just finish today's stream with doing some of the little quests that C3 has asked me to do. Well, okay. Well, I guess that's actually the end of today's stream. Well, we we got so off tangent. We went so off tangent.
It's been so long.
Oh, she looks sad. But anyways, yeah. The stream that was initially planned to be, you know, for 1.3 Trailblaze mission has turned to be a Yukong companion mission playthrough, which I didn't regret at the slightest because I really love the story. That's really, it's such a bittersweet story. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't see that coming. I thought when I read her character story about the particularly brutal battle, like she was wounded in the battle and that was causing her not being able to fly ever again. But then we saw the daughter, and then it's so weird how the daughter's fur, hair, the color is so different than Yukong's, which is like the first, you know, the first clue to the actual relation between the two, that they're actually not biological mother and daughter. It's very sad. I wonder if I can... That's very cute. I wonder if I can read the exchange diary again. Is it somewhere in here? Do I have it with me? Ah, that's what she meant. We were so happy then. It's referring to her and Sai. Oh. Can we... Is there... How do I read it again? Can I not read it again? Archive? No, that achievement. Book data bank. Is there a way to find it? Is there a way to find out? Bookshelf. It's not in here. Oh, we cannot read it again. But well, okay. That was actually very sad, and I actually love it. And I guess we're doing the Trailblaze 1.3 mission next time, not today. If you're coming from the future and you watch the VOD of this instead, come join me on the next live stream. I stream from time to time, usually on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evening, UTC +7 time. So you know, if you want to enjoy me, if you want to join me next time, that would be great. We could have, you know, we could have some fun playing Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact. We'll hang out and like we can chat and like, you know, talk about the stories, about the characters, because that's what I love to do. So yeah, hey you audience from the future, come join me on the next live stream if you're up for that. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.